I do think Ermes will take round one. Kind of like Gennady did.
Gasparini not happy, but he's got the hand control. He starts to drive.
Ready, go!
So can Ermes top roll Jerry Cadorette's press? I think this match is so interesting. I think there's more variables. There's a lot more outcomes that could happen in the Gennady and Jerry match. Because you're getting a pure top roller. Ermes Gasparini's every bit of a top roller versus Jerry's press. What do we know about Ermes? He dominated Gennady, whereas Jerry went to war. But Jerry fought Gennady when Gennady was at his strongest, in his strongest positions, and he still beat him. Whereas what Ermes did is Ermes took him out of his strongest positions and was able to dominate him by making Gennady feel uncomfortable. Then Ermes dominated Matt Mask. I love Matt Mask, but that doesn't tell us too much. What do you get with Jerry? He's not going to give up. He could be offensive or defensive, because you saw against Gennady, he had that half a second lightning fast press. Then he'll get coiled up like a fucking rattlesnake, and he's just not going to budge. You could snap at him. His hand's going to go back a little bit. He gets tight. It's like his body and his ligaments are just built to be in that position right there. Does Ermes have endurance? We don't know. Does Ermes have defense? The speculation is no. He's all offensive. You give him the defense position, he has zero defense. Kind of like Alex Kardashev took his hand and just absolutely annihilated him. Ermes does not have defense. How will Ermes deal cardio-wise, endurance-wise? Because you know Jerry Cadorette will look like he's about to have a damn aneurysm and his head's about to pop off. That man does not give up, and his endurance is absolutely, it's incredible. That man will go forever. It doesn't matter if he looks like he's about to pass out. It's his build-up to get back on the table. I'm calling it now. I told you, I said my last my last prediction video is going to be Michael Todd beating Prunick. I don't think Ermes is going to be able to beat Jerry's press. I do think Ermes will take round one. Kind of like Gennady did. But once they get going, I think Jerry, a little ring rust was what Jerry lost round one to Gennady, because there's a little bit of ring rust, right? And then he figured it out. I think it's going to be the same thing. He's going to grip up with Ermes. He's going to feel it. He's going to lose round one, but then he's going to figure it out. And he's going to take Ermes into the trenches, and Ermes isn't going to know what to do against that style of arm wrestling in the trenches. The one thing Michael Todd, Dave Chafee, and Devin Lair have on anyone else in the world against Jerry is they have faced him multiple times. They know how he arm wrestles, and they have an idea of how to beat him. Everyone on the West, they don't have a fucking clue. They're going in blind. They think they could train against a flop press with people they're practicing with, but no one does it like Jerry does it. And they're going in blind, and Gennady can face Jerry again. He's still not going to have that flop press figured out. I think Jerry's going to beat Ermes. I think it's going to be closer than Jerry should beat Gennady 3-1. That's just my opinion. I think the actual Ermes match will actually be a 3-2 match. I think it'll be a war, but I think Jerry's going to pull it out. I think cardio is going to be a lot of it. Ermes is going to be like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know how to arm wrestle against this dude because he's purely top rolled. I also think Jerry's going to be bigger and stronger against Ermes than he was. Gennady, he slimmed down a little bit. He was really focusing on his endurance because he knows Gennady could go forever. I think against Ermes, he's going to go for power and just try to get the match over with as fast as possible. Can Ermes top roll Jerry's flop wrist press? I don't think in the long run the answer is no. I don't think Ermes is going to run over Jerry. I don't think Jerry's going to run over Ermes. And I think Jerry's going to win 3-2. It's going to go down to the final round. And Ermes isn't going to know how to handle all the pressure that Jerry's going to put on him. He's not going to know how to handle all the yelling. He's not going to know how to handle all the shit talking. It's different than Matt Mask. Matt Mask shits talk, but he was losing. Jerry shits talking, he's winning and beating you. That's a different type of shit talk. How do you deal with that when you're losing rounds to a guy and he's talking shit? You hear him. What do y'all think? Can Ermes stop his flop press? I don't know. I don't think he will. I think it's going to be war. Now, don't get me wrong. If Ermes won, I want it be surprised because Ermes is a phenomenal arm wrestler, but I'm predicting Jerry to win. Appreciate y'all stopping by Grip and Rip. Y'all stay strong. Have a good one. Peace.